Let's see what we need to configure a CW single operator 2 radios contest station, with CW skimmer, cluster aggregator and spot pan adapter capabilities. We will show two different solutions. The first one will use a Flex Radio 6000 rig and N1 log software. The second one will use expert SunSDR2 Pro rig and 5M contest log software. Let's start with DAX-IQ configuration. We enable a DAX-IQ channel for each pan adapter. Each channel will feed IQ data to one CW skimmer instance. Each CW skimmer instance will provide its own telnet server. Now we have to configure Slice Master. It will launch both CW skimmer instances. We will enable a cluster spot aggregator adding one or more Internet DX spot sources. Aggregated spots will be sent on a single telnet port. In addition, they'll be forwarded to Flex pan adapter and to N1 log. In Smart SDR CAT we have to configure 2 COM ports for CAT communication, 1 COM port for Winker emulator, 1 COM port for OTRS protocol, 1 UT port for N1 spot broadcast. In N1MM configurer, we add the COM ports we have already set up. In this way the log software can communicate with the 2 virtual rigs. It can key each of them using the Winker port. And finally can drive the 2 audio channels. Now we have to configure the telnet server. Just provide the Slice Master telnet cluster aggregator port. In the last step we enable the spot broadcast feature and we are done. And this is how the whole system will look like. Now let's do the same configuration using Expert SDR2 and 5M contest. Like in Flex Radio Smart SDR, Expert SDR2 provides virtual audio cables and virtual COM ports configurations, so you could use N1MM or any other contest log software in SO2R mode. But Expert SDR2 provides the new TCI protocol. TCI is the acronym for Transceiver Control Interface, that is a network control protocol that keeps all things very simple and smart. Until now few software support it and 5M contest is one of them. You can find more information on SunSDR.com website. TCI configuration is quite simple. In Expert SDR2 we have to enable the interface in the TCI section. In the display section just enable the show spots feature. SDC is a great tool developed by Yuri, UT4LW. It has a lot of features, but for our purposes we will only use 3 of them. TCI client interface. It is the only connection to the Expert SDR2 software. SKM server, a free implementation of CW skimmer. Telnet server, an internet cluster aggregator. In SDC the only required configuration is the TCI endpoint. It is enough to enable rig control and IQ data stream for each skimmer server. You don't need any more to configure COM ports and virtual audio cables. In the telnet server section we add 1 or more internet spot sources. Then we enable the aggregated spot telnet port. In this section we can also set up the colors for the spots shown into the pan adapter. SDC will get the spot type, mult, new band, not confirmed or dupe, from 5M contest. 5M contest configuration is straightforward. Add the aggregator spot cluster port. Configure the TCI endpoint. Configure the proper CW skimmer server. And this is how the whole system will look like. There are some points we can think about. Both Flex Radio 6000 and SunSDR2 are great performers. Both can provide a nearly perfect SO2R contest station. SunSDR2 still can't support OTRS protocol. Flex Radio provide open API network interfaces, few programs use it natively. You still need legacy old port plus virtual audio cables configurations. Expert SDR provide nearly the same tools as Flex, but it has a TCI protocol that simplify the whole configuration steps. As you can see in summary, using a Flex 6000 plus N1AM AM you have to configure 4 COM ports, 1 UDP port, 1 TCP port and 2 virtual audio cables. Using a SunSDR2 you just need 2 TCP ports. All the other stuffs are done behind the scenes using the TCP network protocol. Don't forget that SunSDR needs a computer to demodulate signals, while Flex 6000 do it inside without the computer. This means that with SunSDR you need a more powerful computer.